ladies and gentlemen, this is your Captain Sunshine speaking, and welcome aboard another voyage of the Lollipop Skyship. We are continuing with our Big Kitty, Little City. Wait, Big Kitty, Little City, I wish. Little Kitty, Big City. And we are going to see if we can find the rest of that Duck's kids and see if we can convince them to come with us and whatever else the game animals ask me to do. I hope everybody's having an amazing Sunday. I hope everybody had an amazing week, as much as it could have been. I would say it was mostly a chill week for me. Well, no, it wasn't. I worked 6 days straight. But still, I'm glad I have today to kind of chill out and vibe before I go right back in tomorrow. And so I thought I'd hop on for a little bit of this game. I'm wondering if I could... This will be another game I finish on stream, so I can get to the next one. I know I said earlier I was going to start into some Hogwarts Legacy. I'm also open to some suggestions, just in case you guys see something that you think you would like to see me try on stream. Now, just need to get my remote. It is here. It is flashing. Come on. You know you can see my controller. Don't play. I mean, actually play, but don't play games. But actually play games. Come on. Controller. What is happening? I need you to be recognized so that I can continue forth. See, I can hit the controller to bypass that screen, but it's not recognizing any other of the commands that I should be capable of doing. Let me go to Stream Manager to make sure I can... Alakaida! Welcome, welcome! How are you? Let me give you a shout out. I'll give you the Twitch shout out. I hope you're doing amazing. Shout out! It's good seeing you. I'm doing alright. I would do even more fantastic if the controller would not act like it doesn't want to work today. Okay, come on. You're connected. It's fine. It's totally fine. You're totally connected and it's great. Oh my goodness. I hope Sunday is treating you well. Hope you're well fed, well rested. Hope you had an amazing day. Did some awesome stuff. Boy. I think there's a short in the cord, and that makes me feel feelings. Feelings. Big feelings. I'm scared to disconnect it and try it again. And it doesn't do touchscreen. Great. Wunderbar. Alright. Maybe... Yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare if I try to do this game on touchscreen. I could potentially try and do some Ace Attorney. That was also in the queue for games to try. Let me see. Still workshopping the controller. Gotta find the magic position so that my cord will work. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna unplug and replug and hope that goes well. That's the message saying that I unplugged it. And so when I replug it, it should go away, right? Which means you recognize that I have it in and that I can play the game. Should be how that works. No, yes. I don't understand what's going on. Alright, maybe I will try and do the this on-screen controller, although that is the bane of my existence. Let's see. Alright, controller. Connected, use a different controller. Let's see. Other controller. No? There's no on-screen controller for this? That's just perfect. That aligns with all of my plans. Come on, controller. You've been doing so well. And now, today is is the day you decide that you do not want to function anymore. Okay. See, it lights up and then it doesn't work. Oh, fudgesicles. Alright, so we're probably just gonna switch to something that's a touchscreen game. Or do an on-stream controller game? No? See, I don't want to give up. I want it to work. Kraken! Hey, welcome to stream! How are you? Let me give you a shout out. I'm so happy you're here. Shout out! At Tabernacle Flats, because I never forget. I do forget. I forget a lot of things. But I don't forget that your name is currently Tabernacle Flats. Tabernacle Flats! So, the controller won't let me be great. And I don't understand. No. Alright, so we are going to... I hate giving up, but I have to give up this one time and try something different. Try a new game, so we won't be doing Little Kitty Big City like we wanted to. Sad face. Till we get another cord. We have to get another cord, which hopefully will fix the short problems. Alright, so going on to the touchscreen, we could get into some Walking Dead. We could, let's see, show all. Thank you for the shouty. It's been good on vacation. Hope you've been well. Ooh, what are we doing on vacation? What are the vibes on vacation? Alright, so, okay. We've had this screen before. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. Get me off of this screen, though. Are we good? Get me off of the screen. I have already made my friend requests. Oh, by the way, I'm on Xbox Cloud Gaming as Manual Terror 971. So if anybody wants to friend me or follow or whatever, feel free. I don't know. I just saw this screen, so I don't really know how it changes anything, but I'm open for friends and follows. They've been chill, just like I wanted. Awesome. I was talking with Tally, I think this past Thursday, because he asked me about my vacation, and I was like, I always overplan so that I don't actually feel like I've been on vacation when I go vacationing. I come back more tired than when I left. So that's something I gotta work on. We'll be right back. What do you mean you'll be right back? Don't do this to me. Go home or retry. I am home. This is where I started my journey. Okay, so tonight is trying to be a night of technical difficulties. Because I guess it's not a sunshine stream without such. Come on. Okay, it's one thing for you to say we'll be right back, but to not let me move screens is a whole nother thing. Wait, is it making noises? I made sure this one was just do nothing except see family. That's awesome. Okay, so this is me pressing on my controller and it making noises, which is great, except it needs to do that when I'm in the game. Okay, maybe we have achieved progress? No? Because that's my controller making noises. It's currently... Oh, come on. Okay. All part of the sunshine experience. I appreciate your patience while we are experiencing technical difficulties. Your regularly scheduled gaming will be back shortly. I don't understand. It's making the sound like the control is working, but it's also not doing anything. Where have I gone astray? Okay, go home. No. Go back and go home. We're going home. Come on, go home. That's all I want. Just go home. Why do you fight me on this? Are we not on the same team, Xbox? Come on. Okay. let's back out. You stick your app in, and then you take your app out, then you stick your app in, and you shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey in hopes it works this time around. That's what it's all about. Nope. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's doing things, and then it's not doing things. I hope Tally is doing good too. I haven't seen his stream in so long. I think the last stream I saw for Tally was the birthday stream. And then I see Tally, I think, about once a week for my Japanese lessons with Kaiju. I am learning so much Japanese, and at the same time, I'm still struggling to speak English. Okay, so we are going to back out of cloud gaming. We might have to actually go for playing iPad games. It's been a while. What have we got? Let's see. And I'll update the game in the thingamabobber. What's it called? The caption? Into the Dead. I feel like that's the, I have zombie games where, is that the one where I just run and then shoot zombies? That might be. Pickpock. Continue. Do not check. Alright, so we're in zombie vibes tonight. Let me go ahead and change the set game. Into the Dead 2. Can you close the Xbox app and reopen it? Hold on, let me see. Set game. Oh, alright. Set game Into the Dead. I feel like it needs to have a space, otherwise Twitch will be like, what game is this? Alright. Collect a weapon from the crate. Use a perk. View weapons in the armory. Okay. Yeah, this game has definitely updated and changed since the last time I played it. Use weapons. Okay, that's great, but I don't have my controller. Don't do this to me. Absolutely don't do this to me. Oh my god. I need to have a controller to make this happen? Oh no. Help. Send help. I'm dying. I can't even move. Oh no. I'm gonna die. This needs a controller too. It never used to need a controller. Oh my god. Kraken, why? Why? What have you done to me? Oh wait, maybe I could go into the settings and change something. Compete with your friends. Yeah, this game has definitely changed. Alright, so bows. Is there like a settings thing? Yes, okay, so into the settings. Alright, so I didn't want to tap navigation. See, this whole thing lets me tap right, so why can't I tap like I've been doing? Questions? Oh. I didn't want to go to the, whatchamacallit. That's the sound. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Start with a pistol. That's okay. I just need to be able to shoot. If you let me shoot, that'd be great. It's not letting me shoot. That's the only thing I need to do is move and shoot. I can't do either. Okay, I'm gonna die again. It's my destiny. They're gonna grab me, and it's over. Alright, so let's revisit the controller. Controller connection lost. That implies that it was there to begin with. Okay. Come on. Alright. Okay. So does this let me move? It still does not let me move. It doesn't let me shoot. What is happening? It's like, yeah, your controller's here, but we're not going to recognize any of the buttons. This is the same controller as last week. Controller connection lost. Alright. So this may very well... Okay, if we can't find a game that will recognize my controller, we may have to cut stream short. And I apologize for such. But let's see if we can find something that actually works. I'm scared to do Ace Attorney because that's the one that the screen is askew. And that's the reason why I couldn't complete the case we were on. We could do, let's see, my friend Pedro, Bloody Bastards, and let's go ahead and see if we can get into, what's this thing? I don't think I have anything game. I think I have more Ace Attorney. I kind of don't want to start the newer cases until I finish the old ones because that's how I'm set up. But let's go ahead and get into something, see if it works out. Spirit of Justice. New game.
On the western edge of the Far East, lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery, the kingdom of Chro-Meow-Topia. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Episode 1, The Foreign Turnabout. Why do I feel like I'm about to watch an anime and not play a game? I mean, is it interactive? Here in Chro-Meow, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. Okay? And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Alright. That all sounds like it checks out. In the name of the Holy Mother. Who's the Holy Mother? Fear only the impurities of your soul. Oh. That sounds like it didn't end as good as we thought it would. Yep. Definitely looks like somebody's dead now. What's going on? This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. What? You killed somebody and you want a child blame for it? Yeah, that's not gonna... We started talking about holy things and this is what you end up with. That's one of the best feelings in the game, right? April 23rd, 4:26 p.m., Kingdom of Kharain. Oh, we've been interrupted. Excuse me, sir. What? Oh, yes. Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright? Yes, that's right. Oops. Hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute, are you? That's right. I'll be your guide. I'll be your guide. I get it, because of course the game did that. At your service. I'm a monk in training at Temple. Great. And I'll be your guide around town. Shadow Clone Jutsu. It's very nice to meet you. Happy Rocky? Happy Rocky? Happy what now? Happy Rocky. That's how we greet people here in Kharain. It's like hello or how do you do. It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Happy Rocky. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Phoenix Wright, and I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler, a stranger in a strange land. Welcome to our country. That hairstyle though, it's top tier. I love it. Where it is that like real gold? A real gold headband. Can I have it? Can I take it? Because my hair is spiky. It's super spiky. Welcome to the Kingdom of Kharain, land of spirit mediums and mystery. Oh no, no mystery. The only mysteries I ever get involved in are murder mysteries. This is for you. To celebrate your arrival. Speaking of mystery, what's this mysterious green lump exactly? Allow me to explain. This is a famous Kirinese sweet bun. It's called a magatama, or soul bun. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so yummy. It'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. It sounds like it's poisoned. You're going to give me a bun that sends me to the Twilight Realm? That doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Casper! This is not the kitty game. We had some technical difficulties, but welcome to stream, Casper. Let me give you a shout out. Shout out, shout out, shout out. I appreciate the lurk. Shout out. Whoop. Alright. Thanks. I think I'll indulge later. That will be 20 damas. Thank you for your patronage. What do you mean? You gave me the bun to welcome me. You're not welcoming me if you're charging me 20 bucks. I have to pay. I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more. What's in the bag? No wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. What happened to Maya? She can't come see for a few days yet. Yeah? When I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits. Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. Okay. Used to, which means plot has happened. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her. Okay. This is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Aw, shucks, she said that? Well, that sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit, too. If there's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. Because every case I've ever tried is a murder case. Sometimes multiple murders at one time. That girl worries too much. I think her worries are founded. But you sure came early to the party, Mr. Right, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. Ugh, I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her too. Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd get in with a little sightseeing first. Ooh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights in this country that this country has to offer. Thanks, that would be great. I guess Albie takes this job very seriously. Well, what are we waiting for? Those sights aren't going to see themselves. Yikes, you don't have to shove. First stop, Temple, right there in the center of town. There's something there I really want to show you. Okay. What's at the temple? April 23rd, 4:45 p.m. Temple Plaza. Wow, it's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple. It was created by the founder of Kuranism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday. I read that the people of this country are all adherents of Kuranism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls. And spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you'd want to see when you come to the temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon a fourth soul. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I should follow that conversation. Hold it, slow down. I can't remember all of that at once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Well, that sure is true. I like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does. Let's see, I guess I'll just explain about half of what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 damas for the... You're a scam artist. That's what you are. You've already charged me 30 damas and I've been here, what, like 5 minutes? Thank you for your patronage. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship, too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country, too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training. And she seemed really interested, too. She listened to my whole speech. Huh, that doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Miss Maya is so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. Oh, there goes the bells. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What's the matter? Is it that time already? We have to hurry into the temple right away. But first, let me give you this lyrics card for the Song of Ceremony I told you about. There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go. But why the big rush? If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her Her benevolence is dance of devotion. Her benevolence? Okay, so we're about to watch a dance. Ooh.
I'll be your guide. You're under arrest for treason.
What's that look? April 24th, 10:10 a.m. High Court of Chro-Meow. Accused lobby, okay? Let me in. Why won't you let me in? Oh my. Because you're a foreigner. What business could you have with this court? I told you, my friend is on trial in there. The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see his trial. The trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here. Oh, goodness. The aggressive behavior. I care about my little buddy there. Look, you've got it all wrong. Just great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Tell him I'm Chro-Meow. Tell him I'm a lawyer. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. What? I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home, anyway. ... What? A lawyer? I can't... That's not possible. What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with the lawyer entering the courtroom, right? Did I run? Wait, get back here, you. I broke into the court. So this is a Chro-Meow's courtroom. Nothing looks out of place. Everything checks out. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court? The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. Oh, goodness! We weren't in here 5 seconds. What? A verdict already? But the trial only just started. Guilty? There's got to be some kind of mistake. Please take another look. Nope. Seances performed by Princess Rafa are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities? But I didn't. Who is he? Why does he have a crown on his head? Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent of Chro-Meowism, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg of you. Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging in the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul. But what in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance? What is Albie's attorney doing? He is non-existent, apparently. Wait a minute. Where is Albie's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul. As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Dehara Karain?
Objection!
What? So, now I'm a lawyer? Wait just one moment. You're... Ugh, me and my big mouth. Now what? Mr. Wright, are you... What are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? I'm, well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. As a tourist, are you, Hoppy Rocky? But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? Defense attorney? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. What do you mean he doesn't need one? He just got declared guilty for like 5 seconds of trial. He needed one. Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Karain. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seances determine all. What? But surely you see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here? You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon? What's with the insults? If you value your life, you will leave post-haste. Or shall I summon the bailiff? The bailiff is that big scary dude with a big scary gun, isn't he? I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. Whoa, wait a minute. Let's slow this down. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Now, hold on. Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this. I'll be. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me. You have to go now. I'm sure you can find another guide. There were lots more places I wanted to show you. But it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry. The poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? Defend Albie. I can't just leave a verdict to be handed down with nobody standing in Albie's corner. If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. Objection. I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. Defend me? Mr. Wright, what are you saying? You can't do that. I most certainly can. Don't worry, I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright, You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out. Hold it. What is this? Your Majesty, if you please. You have something to say, Mr. Payne? Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Right, Mr. Whoever you are. Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler? That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. You are? He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before. Heavens to Betsy! What? Mr. Wright, you're a defense attorney? A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock. You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here. Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country? But, Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Call it nostalgia, if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try. But I have a previous engagement, you see, a class together with the missus. Your Majesty, I agree, we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought to me on a stick. Goodness! Can we settle this like human beings? As you wish, Your Benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and Her Benevolence want, I will acquiesce. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality. Oh no, that sounds ominous. Every eventuality? What is he talking about? There. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Nope. Yes, thank you, Mr. Payne. I'm sorry for not remembering you earlier. That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I also am known in this country. And you'll see soon enough just why that is. When you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery? Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Okay. Yesterday, the Founder's orb was stolen from the treasure room of Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Pot Royal, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Royal was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Royal was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. Okay. To kill a guard armed with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act. I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo. Alright. There's autopsy report added to the court record. Crime photo added to the court record. Alright. It's been a long time since we had evidence presented in court. Really? as well. That's terrible news. It's kind of refreshing, actually. We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Okay. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. But really, well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence out myself by looking at them in the court record. Well, see just how thorough you and your police are, Mr. Payne. Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of this nation. Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with this heinous deed. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. Is this treasure really such a valuable object? How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is. Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the matama of the Holy Mother. Her soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt. You don't believe it, do you? Of course I believe it. Something tells me I'd better play along. This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much. Your Honor, Your Majesty, what is it now? This treasure, I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something? Of all the outlandish requests, your defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale. He's been getting awfully angry with me. And are those veins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too. For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. Okay. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year, for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. Okay. The game is a smidge louder than your mic? Okay. I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of the historic artifacts from the temple. Right, Your Majesty? Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused. So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Is that it? The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with the family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his ascetic training. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume. What? No, I do have questions. Even more? But you just asked a bunch. Well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes. Oh, goodness. You're going to miss your class. I hope you know that, right? See if I can turn it down on the thingamabobber. What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see. What else do I need to know more about? The crime scene, the weapon, the motive. Mr. Payne, where did the crime take place? What? As I already stated, it was in the treasure room of the temple. Oops, that's right. Have you even been paying attention? Yes, well, maybe not. These lying lawyers, not only do they lack morals, but memory too. He apparently has all the brain power of a barnyard chicken, Your Majesty. That explains why he has a crest like a rooster. No matter where I go in the world, the insults are always the same. Alright, Your Majesty, please let me try again. Let's see, what else do I need to know more about? The weapon. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. Okay. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder. Okay. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with the treasure. Okay. But he was discovered by Mr. Royal, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Royal in the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. Treasure box updated in the court record. Okay. But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. Valid point. Very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, are you laughing? Why are you laughing? This is no laughing matter. Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. No. Slow your roll. Unless there's anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict. No! Very well, in that case, I find the accused. Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict a little bit? Nope. I told you, I have plans to attend to, and... Oh, I'm late. It's already started. How did the time fly by so fast? He's still stuck on that? We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Are they gonna laugh at me? Huh? You don't have the right? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that? What? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. And little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant or the accused tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? It is absolutely impertinent. Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. I don't need your commentary. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Paynness. Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand. Oh, but before we do, I'd better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? No, go for it, Your Majesty. Accused, state your name and occupation again if you would. I'll be your guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Sigh, why me? Now, where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty. Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add. He sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him of a piece of her mind. Well, the defense had better get to it, and make it quick, if you please. The defense? Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell me the truth, and you'll be all right. You tricked me. What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that Magataman I gave you yesterday. Albie, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me. You disgust me. Don't talk to me, I'll murder you. Now even Albie's against me, but why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright. Being loathed by a client? Actually, not quite. Now then, the accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. All right. The accused's account. I didn't kill Mr. Boyle, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Kurenai's butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. Were you well acquainted with the victim? Yes. He used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Royal was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know. I'll bet Albie looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard, but at least that way he could still stay at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young. So Mr. Royal had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even when his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. It sounds like his circumstances and Albie's were very similar. Mr. Royal encouraged me to never give up. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He's always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accused's account, you are finally satisfied? No. If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion. But your majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet. That wasn't the end of it? It's been so long, I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is all about. A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is? What fresh hell is this? I really do wish I could remember how it works. Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? Might as well. I guess I'd better, or we'll never get anywhere. Your Majesty, please allow me to explain the procedure. First, we lawyers listen carefully to a witness's testimony. Then we touch present to open the court record and examine the evidence. And why would you do that? To find and present any evidence that's inconsistent with the statements given. Present? I certainly don't need any gifts from you. Clearly, something is getting lost in translation with His Majesty. The point is, it's possible that a statement could contain a lie or a mistake. But what do you do if you can't find any inconsistencies in the witness's testimony? In that case, we may press the witness for more information. Pressing a statement might reveal new information or even entirely new statements. Presenting evidence is one thing, but pressing witnesses? I'll have you know, defense, that I do not allow violence in my courtroom. Rest assured, only gentle verbal pressure is used. No physical force is involved. Well, I'm not convinced. After all, who knows what sort of tactics an attorney will resort to. One false move, and I'll call the bailiff. Yeah, something's definitely getting lost in translation. For now, I should just focus all of my energy on questioning Albie and comparing his statements with the information in the court record. Okay. The accused to count. I didn't kill Mr. Royal. I didn't steal the treasure. Okay, so let's look at the court record. Alright. Song about the founder's orb sung during the Dance of Devotion contains English translation. When the dragon and tiger battle, the founder offers divine protection. When the butterfly embraces the mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. Okay. Time of death is around noon. His head shows signs of being hit with a blunt object. Well, there's details. So what are the details? Okay, specifically the time. Okay. Picture, temple's treasure room. The body was discovered at the base of the altar stairs. Okay. He's got a random scroll there, gun, and a box. My thing is, if he had come behind the boy, then, and he has a gun. He has a gun. How could he have killed him? It doesn't sound like that is what happened. Of course I know it isn't, but still. The murder weapon, okay. Roger that. Something about the song. Something about the butterfly, so the butterfly, what do the song lyrics say? Butterfly embraces the mitama. Okay, so what does that picture look like? The butterfly, should it be holding something? I don't know. Maybe we're not there yet. Okay, so we looked at that stuff. I don't think there's anything else for me to check out, so let's keep going. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Croney's butterfly on it. Press.
Hold it!
A box with a butterfly on it. Yeah, you can see it in the newspaper article. Look. See, there's a relief of the Croney's butterfly on the treasure box. Okay. Well, this design here carved on the back of the box. I see it now. It's a sacred butterfly said to carry the soul or mitama of the departed. Its wings form a loop that cradles the mitama and carries it to the twilight realm. As you can see, there's even one depicted here behind me on the judge's bench. Well, what do you know? There it is. Though it kind of looks like he's about to be carried off to the twilight realm himself. Anyway, I've never seen this treasure box besides. Okay. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. Press.
Hold it!
So if you were in the hallway, you saw the guard. Planning out your tour route? Yes, I was planning out a tour for you. For me? Well, thank you, Albie. I wouldn't have done it if I knew you were a lawyer. What is with the lawyer hate? I wasted all that time on you. Give it back. Sadly, I'm a lawyer, not a Time Lord. Actually, as soon as he heard that's what I am, he's been a totally different person. I certainly don't think Albie committed murder. However, don't talk to me. You disgust me. That outburst earlier makes me wonder if he'd willingly tell me the truth. I'd better compare his statements in the court record carefully. If I present some evidence and maybe get him to open up. Okay. Alright, so I didn't kill Mr. Royal, and I didn't steal the treasure.
Hold it!
I believe you didn't do either of those things, Albie. Okay. You do? But you're a lawyer, of course you'd say that. Now, there's no need for that. But he's right, lawyers always claim their client is innocent even if they have to lie. Just like you're doing right now, accused. Don't let me in with that, lawyer. I'm not lying. I didn't steal anything and I didn't kill anybody. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. Press.
Hold it!
You're not allowed to go near the treasure room. Why is that? It's a rule of the temple. They keep a lot of important things in that room. Yes, like the Founder's Orb in particular. Only the royal family may lay eyes on it. Did Mr. Payne say anyone without spiritual power would go blind? I heard you wouldn't be blinded if you just looked at the outer treasure box. But I've never been anywhere near the treasure room. I'm too scared. I just caught something. You've got to believe me. Never even seen that treasure box with the green Chinese butterfly on it. So now we're going to present the picture because the picture is black and white. So, how do I present it? This is what I want to present. Picture.
Objection!
Oh, Albie, why would you lie to me? So you say you've never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right? That's right, it's forbidden, so I'd never do that. In that case, how did you know that there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? But because I saw the picture of it in that newspaper article, but it's in black and white. Nope, take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Hold on. His bag. Did it just move? Polkunka? What is that? I beg your pardon? Polkunka is a word in Kiranese that people use when they're surprised. You just exposed a lie, so this is the power of cross-examination, is it? I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. But just a moment. If the accused was lying, then that just makes him more suspicious than ever. Ugh, and this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. What is he holding? Darn, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time, a long time ago, when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't.
Objection!
That's a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. I'll show the proof. He does. This was found on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Where is it? It's not here. He's up all the order of me. I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. I was added to the court record. Okay. No. That means Albie was there on the day of the incident? Alright, this is no laughing matter. So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself. Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty. Okay. You predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. No, everything's going all wrong. Shadow, what do I do? As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever. No, you're wrong. But armed as we are, with her benevolence's insight, there's no reason to doubt his guilt. And I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers. By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict. Objection. Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As a defense, I have the right to check it. Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife. I thought you already apologized. I guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance. You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne? Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy. Well now, I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife. It certainly does sound worth seeing, and it'd give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. Okay, you guys are definitely in this for the wrong reasons. I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit. Well, for an interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It certainly is unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going. The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. Alright. How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him. Alright. Rifa. What you got to say? There she is, her benevolence. Your benevolence, Rafa Padma Karine. Thank you for coming all this way once again. Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney. Yes? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, Your Benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albie. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair. Do explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story? How dare you speak to her benevolence in that manner? up for me? Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. Attorneys are ghastly creatures with souls stained black by brazen untruths. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over. All right, I take that back. None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways. Now then, your benevolence, the divination seance, if you would. Certainly. Nana, my robe. Who is that with the quickness? Wow. Okay.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
Okay.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Okay. Do we go in the water? Oh no. Incense. Song of ceremony, boy's voice. Okay. Oh, is this something I can click on? Or is it just showing something? Okay. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool. A final message from the victim's soul, the last communication of his Matama. The divination seance has revealed this to us. Her benevolence can use her power of spirit communion for projecting victims' memories of the last few moments before their demise. So what we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced. In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon up over his head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it. This will be bad for Albie. Really, really bad. Okay. Now, do you see why I'm the incredible pain? More than I can express. But even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them? There it is. There's the face of a man being utterly crushed. Oh, how long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty? Oh yes, very satisfying indeed. Now are you finally convinced, traveler? The accused is most assuredly guilty. Am I really the only unbiased one here? Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. What is that? You'd be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs. The Defense Culpability Act? What's that? What? You mean you honestly don't know? No. Collective gasp. What's with all the hubbub? Well. Not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. That's not fair. Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him. Yes, I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he. What? What kind of insane law is that? Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney. That's as it should be. The history of our courts proves that. Attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated.
Exterminate! Annihilate!
And technically, too. Just saying, you fell right into my trap, Phoenix Wright. Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. With the seance and the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. So that's why he was so eager to have me defend Albie. Chased out and humiliated back home, fate brought me to the foothills of Khura'in. I thank my lucky stars that I am chief prosecutor here now. Defense, know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too. That explains Albie's reaction earlier. Defend me, Mr. Wright. What are you saying? You can't do that. Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life. Excuse me? Nobody asked you to up the ante? Yes, I believe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances. No. Stop. The death penalty? No way. You're kidding, right? Your Majesty. Is he laughing? Is it a joke? Is it funny? Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have to put your life and your dark tainted soul on the line here. But I thought you said you were going to let me go home. Death? This can't be happening. The courts of resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land, where my seances provide the law, the truth, and no attorneys can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate. O foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused? Well, I'm probably going to say yes. There's Maya to think of in all this, too. I can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do? Continue the defense, abandon the defense. YOLO. That's why I became a lawyer in the first place. To help those with no one on their side. I can't just abandon everything I believe in. All I can do now is stand firm and fight. Well, don't hold your tears back on my account, Phoenix Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor for your life.
Objection!
Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act, I will defend Albie. You... what? But Mr. Wright... Oh, goodness. The defendant insists he's innocent, and not even a divination seance should be accepted without examination. Polkonka. What is that word? But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me? I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars, so I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. What do you think about that? Barb-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barbed jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out.
That's enough!
Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm. Not a wise move, traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with this verdict, you both shall soon be parting with your heads. But we're still vibing. Hope you're doing amazing. Let me give you a shout out. The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I give their message to a voice. Oh, give their messages a voice. If you think my insight is falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. Alright, well that's what I'll do. Insight. Okay, Rafeless insight, so I'm cross-examining her, right? The accused was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion. These are the victim's experiences just before his death. As the victim's final memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down? Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, defense. Did you notice the words that appeared in the seance vision? Love for the shout, anytime, every time, all the time. Come to think of it, I did see words like song of ceremony and incense. Okay. The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch, all is laid bare in the pool of souls. So what Mr. Royal experienced with his 5 senses appears in the vision as words, right? Precisely. And by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity. Works for me. I can use all the extra information I can get. Now, to find a contradiction between her insights and the seance vision. Your benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision again. Very well. All right. Incense. That's what he smelled. Song of Ceremony is probably what he heard in the boy's voice. Okay. Pain. Probably what he felt. And it was all over. Okay. Cool. Now let's see what we can do to prove that this boy did not kill the guard. Wait a minute. Her benevolence said after the morning dance of devotion earlier, didn't she? Isn't there something off about that? The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. First, I'll swipe my way to the insight that seems off, okay? Okay. Vision went dark, he lost his life. Still can't believe it. Murder after the dance of devotion. Okay, alright, so we have that. Now I'll just carefully compare this insight with the seance vision. Okay. If I notice a sensation that seems contradictory, I'll tap select. Where is the select button? Ah, there it is. Okay. Better select the... Okay. Oh, alright. I was still figuring it out. I didn't realize. Song of Ceremony. This is it. This is the part of the vision that contradicts the insight. Now I just select the sensation I think is inconsistent and then present it. So it's this one, right? Present.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. Yes? What is it, barbed head? You're saying the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion, right? That's right. What of it? Then isn't it strange that Mr. Royal could still hear the Song of Ceremony? Oh my, you're absolutely right. Is that all that troubles you? Huh? What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony. Practice run? What are you talking about? Mr. Payne, if you would. What is he about to do? Certainly. Allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall. Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement. I see, so what the victim heard was that practice session. There goes my contradiction. Okay, so they were practicing in this performance hall. That must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing. Okay. However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me. Ask away, Your Majesty. It's a big temple. The performance hall and the treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room? He's right. It is a very big temple. Well, how about it, Mr. Payne? Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of temple, including the treasure room. Oh, that's right. Speakers? For what purpose? Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple. That's why the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony in the seance vision. It was the practice run going on in the performance hall heard over the speakers. Thank you for your explanation, Your Benevolence. That makes perfect sense, even to a feeble-minded old man like me. Think nothing of it. Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insights for us? Very well. Insight revised. How do you get to revise a vision you have? The song of ceremony the victim heard was part of a practice run through the temple speakers. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I'll point out an inconsistency. She'll update her insights accordingly. So if I keep pointing things out, maybe I can knock all of her insights out after all. I better find another inconsistency, no matter how small. Okay, so the accused swung whatever he was holding on the victim's head. Incense. Song of ceremony, boy's voice. It's a bit hard to focus on the insights with the seance vision going. Let's try using the pause button to temporarily stop the vision. Okay. Alright. There, I paused the vision. I guess I'll start it again. I think I can tap the flashing panels to jump between different parts of the vision. I'll try moving the Matama mark to the flashing panel there. Okay. Now that I know how to get around in the seance visions, it's time to find inconsistencies between the insights and the vision. Okay. So the accused swung whatever was holding down the victim's head. He was holding down the victim's head. Song of ceremony instant. With the pain, the victim's vision went black. This is when he lost his life. The song of ceremony the victim heard was a practice run through the temple speakers. Okay. Is there any way I can save? Because I can already see myself messing this up. He swung whatever he was holding on the victim's head. That doesn't seem to contradict anything. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Song of ceremony the victim heard was of a practice run through the temple speakers. Practice run through the temple speakers. Okay. Okay. Where is the inconsistency? There's only 3 things I can look at. So the accused swung whatever he was holding on the victim's head. I guess I'll select this. Search for the... No. What he smelled. I don't think what he smelled was, I don't think that's it. With this pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Okay. Pain. So, pain. Victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Okay. So, yeah, he can't see anything. Pain. What is the thing that I'm supposed to catch? Song of ceremony the victim heard was of a practice run through the temple speakers. Okay. Something about... Alright, so... There's the boy. Said he swung whatever he was holding to his head. Down on the victim's head. Okay. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. So I'm supposed to be matching the insight with the time. Okay, let me look at the court documents, because maybe something here. The song about the founder's orb sung during the dance of devotion includes English translation. It's sung... Okay, wait. It's sung during the dance of devotion. That tells me nothing. Okay. Time of death is around noon with signs of his head being hit with a blunt object. Okay. Then we have this, the details. the scroll. So I wonder if he was holding the scroll, if that was the thing. Because why is the object... I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the picture might be a start. Let's check out this one. It looks pretty heavy. I don't know if that kid could lift that, but maybe. Notice from the... Okay. Due to the growing number of thefts around the temple, we will be tightening security throughout. Therefore, all the hallway shutters will remain shut. Oh, okay. For the Dance of Devotion. Maybe that's relevant. Let's try it. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay. Song of Ceremony. Incense. Song of Ceremony. So, wait. Okay, select. I think it's gonna be this. Okay, so present.
Objection!
There's an inconsistency between this insight and the victim's memories. An inconsistency, you say, and where exactly do you see this supposed inconsistency? Yes, defense, please be specific. Well, I don't know how specific I can be exactly, but... Oh, is this a problem? I just get the... Oh, I messed it up. That's a... count against me. Oh, goodness. By your leave, your benevolence. Do it. Penalty. I've been penalized. Alright, so that was a misfire. We have to mark with that one? Okay. I better take another good look at the insights and sensations. So, insights and sensations. So one of the insights is off. Understood. Yeah, I know. I get it. That's how this works. So we did the Song of Ceremony. It was heard through the temple's practice speakers. With this pain, the victim's vision. Okay, so let's try the incense. Q swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. So, okay. I don't know what the thing is. I guess I'll select incense and see what happens.
Objection!
That's not the right one, is it? Nope, it's not. I need to switch the thing, whatever the statement is. So that's 2. So, I know I've been penalized. Alright, so... Yeah, I get it. Get me out of this. Alright. He swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. Boy's voice. Okay. Let's play that again. With the pain, the victim vision went. This is when he lost his life. Okay. Heard to practice running through the speakers. So is it something about the incense? Whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. Why does he smell incense? I don't know. Let's go for it.
Objection!
this is wrong. Yep, it's wrong. Okay, that's not it. Okay. I only have 2 left. Okay. Okay, it doesn't have to walk me through the process. I understand that I'm not doing well, but you don't have to explain this to me every time. So the accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. Insight, Song of Ceremony, boy's voice. So, oops. Okay, let's go back. Alright, and can I save? Let's go ahead and save. Because we might be about to blow it. Okay. And let's try this. We have to, I think we need to use boy's voice. Pause. So the accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. The pain, the victim's vision went dark, and that is when he lost his life. So let's select the boy's voice and hope for the best.
Objection!
Is that right? Nope, it's not. Nope, not it. So nothing about the boy's voice. Is there a way I can press? Because I don't see an option to press, and I only have 1 thing left. So her insights are off. Alright. The Song of Ceremony was heard. The victim heard of was a practice run through the speakers. Okay. Alright, so the accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. I'm going to select this. Okay. So I have to use why does he smell incense? I feel like that is vaguely important. Let's go back to the bag if we can. Alright, so we start here in the pool. The boy appears. There's incense. Song of Ceremony. Boy's voice. Then he swings. Okay. I'm gonna go for this one. And present.
Objection!
I don't know. You're saying the victim's field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct? Of course, as anyone with eyes can see. Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. What? Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain. Oh. Everything goes black and then, only after that, the victim feels pain. Inconceivable. This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened. My word. Polpunka, your benevolence. What is the meaning of this? I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy. If what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, Your Benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply cannot ignore.
Objection!
Now, let's not be too hasty, Your Majesty. I think I can clear this up. You have something to add, Mr. Payne. 1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear. And that would be, on the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail. I'm afraid it slipped my mind. Or rather, you knew all along, and are only letting it slip now that it's convenient, Payne. The power outage knocked out both the lights and the speakers, so then he couldn't hear the song. Oh, there was a blackout there, wasn't there? Well now, that explains everything, does it not? What do you mean, Your Benevolence? Please share your thoughts with us, if you would. The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Please update your story to reflect that, fearing the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head. I see. That makes perfect sense, Your Benevolence. So the victim was struck after the lights went out. The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, Your Benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone. Enough applause, you flatter me. Now, Your Benevolence, in light of this new information, yes, of course, I will alter my insight. The fact that you can alter your insight means there is room for interpretation. One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. The song of ceremony the victim heard was of a practice run through the temple speakers. So much for my inconsistency. At least I was able to draw out some new information. And with this new info comes a chance to find new inconsistencies. Now to compare the insights with the vision again and see what else I can dig up. Alright, so the accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. Okay. Alright, so Song of Ceremony heard was of a practice run through the... So that's the thing. Alright, so we pause it. Wait, she doesn't mention anything about the blackout, though. But let's... Okay, here. Okay.
Objection!
That's not right? Is that wrong? Fudge. Can I go back to the moment when I wasn't wrong? We'll go back here. No, I don't want to overwrite. Return to title. Your current progress has not been saved. Yes, we will return to the title screen and try it again, because we have used up all of our things. So, continue here. Yes. Alright, so... Wait, how far am I? So I know that I brought out the pain thing. So pain, and that was when that happened. I think this is the answer.
Objection!
Alright, cool. So we'll save after this point so we don't have to go through this again. I thought there was like a option where I could skip. Okay. Oh, so I can... I didn't know I could do this. That's pretty neat. But I have to wait for them to go through this.
Objection!
So he's going to talk about the blackout. Whatever lies you want to tell, Mr. Payne. Alright. Then they're going to adjust, she's going to adjust her insight to fit her story and the narrative she wants to tell. Whether or not that reflects the truth. Because they, for some reason, are intent on framing a little boy for a murder. I have a problem with lawyers. And they're applauding her. No. Alright, so insight revised. Alright, and then we'll save so we don't have to go through this again. Save. Yes. Okay. Cool beans. So the accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. Can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. No, I would say that's not true. Wait to see this again. I think I'll hit pause somewhere around the first blackout. Because it's like a flash that happens first. Oops. So no. Let's try this. Let's go with the sound of the boy's voice. Possibly. Wait, did I not hit it?
Objection!
Nope, that's not it. No, don't overwrite. Return to the title. Try it again. Tasking. Continue. Okay, so what is the thing? So he swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. That's before this statement. Doesn't make sense. So they can assume that the accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. One can safely assume that the struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. I can only think of that I need to point it out when he's experiencing the pain, right? So the moment after the blackout began. Boy's voice, song of ceremony. Oh, wait a minute. Because why are they hearing the song of ceremony if the blackout is still a effective, right? So maybe I should pause it then. Let's see. So right after it goes black, I should... after the pain, because the Song of Ceremony is still going on.
Objection!
Yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Curanism. Defense, watch what you say. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind. It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums, but maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking. We're sassy over here. What malarkey. I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. But then how do you explain how the victim could still hear the Song of Ceremony even after the power went out? Oh. This contradiction of facts can only mean the Song of Ceremony Mr. Royal heard was not coming from the speakers. What? Impossible. What are you saying? That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation. But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless... You mean to say... Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else. Somewhere closer to the performance hall. What? You can't be serious. There is a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined. What? No. This is completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence's insights unbelievable. Heed not his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind. But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it. But the defense's assertion is, in the end, meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen of the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand. I hate to admit it, but she's right. The seance vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albie. I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why. The accused had his hands up over his head. Well, this defense dares to dream of making it out of his nightmare alive. You what? You still insist on trying to tear down my insights, do you? You'd better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find you were just wagging it. Of course I can back up my claim, just as soon as I think of something. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim, as long as you're willing to stake your life on it. I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Yes, let's have the bailiff fetch them. I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop, chop. Stop, stop. I hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one. What do you mean? These people are actually serious. rather attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think. Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have held his hands up like that? To get his attention, right? Aha! So that's why. The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. What explains why Albie had his hands raised above his head? Let's go ahead and save. Just in case. We did it! Okay. Part of me thinks that it is the scroll. So...
Take that!
Take a look at this. Excuse me, what exactly are you pointing at? This, general... No, I was pointing at the scroll. Okay, fine, we'll load it from where we were before. Return. Okay, one more time. What is it that... What was he raising above his head? If it wasn't the murder weapon, it's something in the crime scene. I mean, the only thing I can think of is the box, which is the murder weapon, which doesn't
Take that!
help our case. Nope, not helping our case. So let's go back. Try it again. Alright. So, next thing I have in my head is to think of actually the person. Let's talk about him.
Take that!
Not right? Nope. What am I supposed to say? Alright, let's go back and take a good look at it. We've ran out of ideas. Okay. So what would he raise over his head? If it's not the scroll, and it's not the thing, none of this makes sense to me. I feel like they were trying to give me a hint earlier, and it was not working. What was he trying to hold up over his head if it's not the actual murder weapon or if it's not the scroll? I'm going to save right here because this is a better place. Okay. So maybe what's inside the box? What was he about to hit him on the head with? Is there a magatama? Is there a piece of bread? I don't know. Let's try it.
Take that!
Not it. Nope, not it. I wish you could just like reload. Is there a better way to do this? Nope. You gotta go to the title and do it all over again. Okay. So, is it the gun? I feel like... Are you sure it's not the scroll? The scroll seems like a really good idea. I'm gonna give it another...
Take that!
And not it. Nope. Okay, what else could he be holding above his head? Like, can I look at the court documents? The insights or whatever? Fingerprints were found on it. The hallway shutters were remained shut for the day of the dance of devotion. Tightening security, hallway shutters, blah blah blah. This thing. Okay. What else? The only thing I could think of is maybe the gun, which is wild. What about the cart? I don't know. We're gonna go to the cart, maybe.
Take that!
Nope. That's not it. We're gonna let it ride once and try one more time because we do have another go before we can restart. I know. Penalty, blah, blah, blah. Alright, we're going for the gun. Go ahead and take the point already. Just take the point. Talking my ear off. Alright. Next thing. Okay. Let's try it again. I'm gonna say that it's the gun.
Take that!
Oh, as in the seance vision. I witnessed the defendant. Okay, first of all, let's just go ahead and start so that we have this. We still have the two penalties. Now that we know what the answer is. Continue. Alright. Then we'll select the gun.
Take that!
Now we know. As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday. You did? Where did you see such a thing? When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest. Oh, are you saying the victim was a security guard and an armed one at that? The defense supposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. That's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air. Polkunka? Oh, does she think? I said peace. Now everyone, please calm down. Is he? Your Majesty, please assign this black-hearted attorney a suitable punishment. No? I can't can't charge him with lèse-majesty? What is that? What? But why not, Your Majesty? He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that. But, Your Majesty, don't you want to wrap this trial up quickly? Why not just give your verdict? Then you can go home and make it up to your wife. We can't end the trial now. Not when we just learned new information about the case. What? Your Majesty. Not you, too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction? Truly, it is shocking. In the 20-plus years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency, and it is our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law. You dare go against the royal justice, you non-believer. No, my faith is as strong as ever, but I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, Your Benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not. What? I'll have you know, Your Benevolence. Please acquiesce in this, Your Benevolence. If looks could kill, I won't forget this offense, Barbed Head. I do not admit defeat. I won't. Bailiff, please see Her Benevolence out. Your Mitama will face due retribution in the Twilight Realm. The demons there they'll pluck the barbs right off your stupid head. I hope your suffering will be super-duper painful. And I hope they throw you in a lake of burning fire. Yeah, and then, wow. Can you let it go? I guess she's still a teenager after all. Now then, defense. Mr. Light, was it? That's right, Your Majesty. Phoenix Wright. Of course, Mr. Wright. My apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments. Thank you, Your Majesty. Yes, but, do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to this court. I understand, Your Majesty. Oof. Maybe now we can finally run a real trial. Arguments, Your Majesty? Very well, I accept your challenge. Huh? What's with him? Oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just too hilarious. What's so funny, Mr. Payne? The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is going to bury him and his case instead. What do you mean by that, prosecutor? I told you, it's chief prosecutor. Yes, because that's the point to focus on right now. The defense is digging its own grave. Consider this, Your Majesty. Why would the victim, the security guard, point a gun at the accused? Oh, indeed. Because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation. Or it could have been that the lights were out and he couldn't see who was there, so he just pulled his gun on whoever was moving in the dark. Could have been that. What? That does sound pretty logical, actually. Doesn't help the accused situation at all. If anything, it makes him look even more guilty. Yes, I have to agree. Allow me to spell out this truth the defense doesn't bother to think through. Mr. Roll came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid his body in the treasure room. But still, my point earlier remains. Like, if he had a gun on him, what was the kid gonna do with a treasure box? The guy had a gun. The hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that. And of course, all that hard work to knock down those insights. Backed into the old familiar corner once more. Mr. Wright, do you have a rebuttal? I'm drawing a total blank here. I hope you're ready to climb that scaffold. I asked you a question, defense. I've got nothing. I can't think of any grounds for an objection. The only thing to do at this point is to ask the defendant himself what happened. But I don't know if Albie will cooperate with me or not. Albie. Will you tell us what really happened? You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap and you'll only dirty your own soul. Albie, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry. Why? Why won't he trust me? Is this it? Is this the end for both of us? Who's that? Maya? What's going on? I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me, would actually believe in me, would risk his own life for me. I never would have even imagined it. Albie. So, that's why I lied, to try and save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too. What? Allow me. Allow me to explain. You should have done that before, but okay. Now we're talking. Time to finally get to the bottom of things. To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box. Even though the temple told you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it. Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Roll even saw me once and scolded me. But that box is so beautiful. The way it glows in the dark, I couldn't help myself. Wait, it glows in the dark? That's right, it's covered in this special mineral called fluorinite that makes it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's really a shame they don't put it on display for the public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tours of the temple if they did? If only he applied such passion to telling me the truth earlier. Alright, treasure box updated in the court record. Okay. On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again when I ran into Mr. Royal on the great stairs. So those were not the treasure room stairs in the seance vision? No, they were the great stairs that connect to the hallway. Makes sense. The vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stairs. Temple diagram added to the court record. All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it. I quickly put my hands up. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had a scarf over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all. Just then, the power went out. So I took the chance to hightail it out of there. I ran for my life. Even now, when I try to think back on it, all I can remember are the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll. Which means someone else brought it to the treasure room, along with Mr. Roll's body. Did Mr. Roll say anything to you when you ran into him on the stairs? What is it, Albie? I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it? He said. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anybody would believe me. A grand speech. One that confirmed my suspicions that you were the thief.
Objection!
But that might have just been the victim's misunderstanding.
Objection!
Where's there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had good reason to be suspicious of the accused. Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating? Shadow. What do I do, Shadow? And what better reason to suspect the boy than seeing the treasure box in his hands? In the course of his rounds, the victim must have noticed that the treasure had been stolen. And then, just after that, he ran into the accused, Albie, your guide. No, that's not what happened. Therefore, the one who stole the treasure and killed the victim can be none other than the accused. What happened? Oh, did he just hit himself in the face? Puppy, enter the chat. What now? Okay. Hey, Shadow, down, boy. Well, what do we have here? I'm sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow. Is he a witness? You nearly gave me a heart attack. So that's what was making his bag move. I'm sorry, I don't understand your dog's testimony. Can't you quiet that yappy mutt down? Shadow says that Mr. Roll made a mistake. You can understand him? Don't tell me this is a surprise witness for the defense. I beg your pardon? You're not thinking of cross-examining an animal, are you? Of course not, Your Majesty. Not this time, anyway. Whew, well, I'm glad to hear that. I thought I'd have to reassess my assessment of your sanity for a minute there. I think I'd better reassess my strategy, and fast. I have to somehow show that somebody else could have struck the victim, or were sunk. While it's true that the defendant was standing in front of the victim when he died, it doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim at that time. If you're going to go that far, then I hope this means you have another angle of approach ready. Exactly, I mean, who but the accused, standing front and center, could have done it? Unless you can back up your claim, it's nothing more than conjecture. Okay, come on, Phoenix, I know I can think up something convincing. Where else could the victim have been struck from? Well, my first instinct is that he was struck from behind. Okay, now that we've done that. Okay, well, if he was struck from behind, that means that the boys saw the murder. So, gonna say behind. Where else could the victim have been struck from? Gonna say behind.
Take that!
With the defendant standing in front of the victim, isn't it possible that the victim could have been struck from the behind? From behind, you say? I see. I suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility. Good, now at least I have some breathing room. But who do you suppose it could have been? Oh, the true culprit, naturally. The one who actually committed the theft and the murder. The true culprit? And I suppose you have a true timeline of events to go along with that? should have known I'd have to explain everything. Alright, if we assume the true culprit struck the victim from behind, then that means that they were already in the treasure room. After going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Royal appeared, making his rounds. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom at the other end of the hallway. You're grasping at straws, Mr. Wright. Admit it. You have nothing but baseless conjecture. I'm going to look for something to base it on right now. Albie, when you ran into Mr. Roll in the hallway, was there anyone around the storeroom area? I don't know. There might have been somebody there, but I couldn't see. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the ends of that hallway. I see. Swing and a miss. Okay. Oh, Shadow says that someone was there. I see. Thank you for that. Too bad his testimony is inadmissible. You think this is a joke? Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see that other person. That doesn't mean that the true culprit couldn't have been there in the hallway.
Objection!
Your desperate floundering is getting hard to watch. But I will enjoy watching you sink. What are you talking about? Unfortunately for you, only the accused and the victim were there in that hallway at the time of the incident. How can you continue to make that assertion? Because there was a witness, a very reliable eyewitness. What? Well, if there was an eyewitness, that means that there was somebody else in the hall, right? Am I right? Your Majesty, the prosecution would like to call its witness to the stand. Calling an eyewitness to the stand, It's been decades since that has happened, which is very concerning. And unlike the defense's witness, you can rest assured that there are no pets involved. That was a low blow. Very well, I'll allow it. And now for something we've not heard in quite some time. Bring the witness to the stand. Okay. Who is this? Oh, he did it. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Peas Lubin and Distandin? What is the name? I'm like Temple's head monk. Can you dig? No, I cannot dig. Peace, love, and understanding. Is that what his name is? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, if it is an instructor and to stand in him, you're the witness, the eyewitness, instructor. Not only is Mr. Andestandin Temple's head monk, but he's also a renowned Damalin expert. Sorry to have to ask, but what's a Damalin? Brought the jams. Check it. Here she is, my sweet serenader, my one and only. Groovy, right? But you heard our sultry sounds once before, brother. Oh, he's singing? So he does the Song of Ceremony, which, is suspect. Makes him a suspect. Alright, you done singing, brother? That's the song from the Dance of Devotion. Oh, Song of Ceremony, Dance of Devotion, same thing. Right on, brother, the Song of Ceremony. Song of Ceremony, the song that was playing at the time of the murder. O Holy Mother, may the righteous sounds of my Dalmalin serve as my offering to you. Wonderful. A great performance as always. This is my thing, you know. It's not bad. Make instruments By the by, Magistry Pops. No Dalmalin class today? Oh, he missed it because of the trial. I'm afraid this trial has gone into overtime, thanks to the lawyer over there. The class the judge wanted to attend was a Dalmalin lesson? Well, you know what they say, baby. Never trust the lawyer, man. Hey, how about not trust you? Your name is what? Peace, love, and understanding? That's crazy. That's the transgressors against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Understanding. As the treasure's keeper, you must have been shocked to learn it had been stolen. Yeah, man, that was not cool. Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, Mr. Understanding? That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key. Okay. And I keep it on me at all times. Can you dig? But the sneaky thief went and cracked open that sucker anyway. Total bummer, man. So that's the key to the treasure box, is it? You know it, baby. It's called Magatama-key, and it's a historical artifact to boot. It's been passed down from head monk to head monk at Temple. The Magatama-key, huh? Alright, add to the court record. And now someone's jacked the treasure on my watch. It's a real buzzkill, man. How am I ever going to face Her Holiness again? Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb. Why do I always get the far out ones? Mr. Understanding, you witnessed the accused and the victim heading to the treasure room? You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped that tiny transgressor. Oh my gosh. Would you please give the court your testimony regarding what you saw? Did you have to rhyme? What I saw, baby. After the morning dance of devotion. Oh, is he about to rhyme this too? To go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Oh gosh. Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room? Hey, hey. Oh gosh. No, stop it now, I say. Stop. Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear if anyone to the treasure room goes near. Really? Albie was the only one. Albie was the only one. Oh wow. Before the blackout, one other then roll. Only Albie to the treasure room did stroll. Okay. Worst song ever. Tell me I was hallucinating just now. Let's go ahead and save. Just in case. Alright. Like, can you believe Mr. Roll bit the big one after that? Harsh, man. I share your sentiments. You were the one who discovered the victim's body, weren't you, Mr. Understanding? What? You found the body as well? He really is a key witness, then. That's right, brother. After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give power back to the people. The circuit box is near my chamber, so I'm always the man for the job, you feel me? That sounds very sus. Like you caused the blackout. Breakers are in the first floor hallway in the front of the storeroom. On the way, I got a whiff of something funky. Blood, man. Really harsh my mellow. I knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. And I was like, whoa, man, there was poor Mr. Roll, dead as a doornail. Diagram updated in the court record. In the interval between the end of the dance of devotion and the blackout, the only ones who went to the scene of the crime were the victim and the accused. So you see, Mr. Understanding's unassailable account is what led to the accused's arrest. Hold it. Isn't it possible that the murder took place before the end of the dance of devotion? I'm afraid that's not possible. The victim was in the performance hall until the very end of the dance. He was. Would you like some proof? How's this? A photo taken by a tourist of the morning dance of devotion. Okay. My, what graceful dancing. I can almost hear the sound of Mr. Understanding's demolin now. Payne's right. There's Mr. Roll on duty. Okay. Never underestimate the incredible pain. So, in addition to Rafa's insights, he had backup evidence lined up too, huh? Okay. As head monk, my monks in training are like my own kids, like family. Can you dig it? I should have taught I'll be better, man. Before Her Holiness, the Holy Mother. Oh, I'll be confess your sins, my young brother. And y'all about to kill him anyway. Head monk understanding, I didn't kill Mr. Roll, so I don't have anything to confess to the Holy Mother. What? Bogus, little man. Your face is weak, like a wet paper bag. Are you feeling me? Spare the rod, eh, baby? Spoil the child? Not maybe. Okay. Wow. Her Holiness is magnanimous, son. If you confess your guilt, she'll forgive you in the Twilight Realm. I don't suppose she could forgive him in the realm first. Defense, please begin your cross-examination. Eyes on everything. First we save what I saw. What I saw, face myself. Alright, save. After the morning dance of devotion, go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Just for reference, let's take a look at that diagram. So the performance hall is here in the upper right corner. He would have had to go down. He would have actually come up behind Albie, wouldn't he? If he was going to the treasure room. And then he had to go to the breaker, which means he would have had to pass the scene of the crime to cut the lights back on and backtrack. Wait, what's his chamber? Hold on. I was thinking, so performance room, his chamber. So he would have gone from his chamber to the performance hall, then from the performance hall down the steps past Albie and Roll to the treasure room, then back to near the storeroom. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out in my head what it looks like, what he says he did. Do you know my chamber's on the way to the temple treasure room? It's not really. No, it's not. Let's hear the rest of it. That's not true, though. Albie was the only one. Albie was the only one. I want to go back because what do you mean you could hear your chamber is on the way? That doesn't sound right. Like, here. Present.
Objection!
Oh, not? Not the case? Fine. Okay, well then it's the next statement for sure. He wouldn't have been able to hear it if they were playing on the speakers. Okay, we have one more chance, and then we have to restart. So don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room? I don't think in my terms that's true, but they said that was wrong. I'm going to present that because why didn't he see something before? If he could firmly hear. Okay. So he would have had to hear him get the thing in the first place. I'm going to go ahead and just present this.
Objection!
Is it wrong? Yep, it's wrong. Okay. Reload. So we can get back our thing, our penalty points. So after the morning dance of devotion, to go to my chamber, got the notion. Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room, hey hey. Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear if anyone to the treasure room goes near. Before the blackout, one other roll. So before the blackout, one other than roll, only Albie to the treasure room did stroll. Before the blackout. Let's try it again. I'll have to press them on everything. Will do.
Hold it!
I have a question. Lay it on me, man. How dare you interrupt the performance of the great peace, love, and understanding? I was really enjoying that. Sorry, but you know, there's something about that name I can't put my finger on. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? You had a question for me, brother? You were playing something during the dance of devotion, weren't you? You know it, baby. I was playing my favorite role right here. Offering for holiness, I play music and singers sing. And Mr. Understanding's playing is the best in the kingdom. It must please Her Holiness greatly. Now then, could you continue with your testimony, Mr. Understanding? Your chamber's on the way. Okay.
Hold it!
Could you please point out one more time where your chamber's located? Yeah, man, no sweat. My chamber's on the way from the performance room. From the performance hall to the treasure room. Not quite, but whatever. So anyone going to the treasure room would have to pass by Understanding's chamber. No, they wouldn't, because if they came directly from the storeroom, they could go by and you'd never know. Give Peace Lovin' a chance? No. Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear? Press.
Hold it!
Even Even from inside your chamber, you can still hear what's going on outside. Temple is a groovy old building built from Mother Nature's finest. Okay. You can hear a pin drop through the wooden walls, you dig? In an old building like that, I guess the walls might be pretty thin. And that's how Mr. Understanded could know the culprit's movements. It's all thanks to the Holy Mother's divine protection. Right on, my man. I dedicate this testimony to Her Holiness. Oh my gosh. Albie was the only one.
Hold it!
How could you tell it was Albie just from the sound of some footsteps? Albie is practically family, man. The smooth groove of his shoes are easy to pick out. But how do you know he went to the treasure room? Didn't you think it was possible he went to the storeroom at the other end of the hall? No way, man. I saw him with my own 2 eyes. You saw him? In the treasure room? This you can believe. My peepers peeped a sneaking Albie? If you saw him, how'd you let him get away? You're a horrible guard. And tell us where it is you stood when you saw the accused, if you would. When I heard the footsteps, I looked out the window. Oh, there's a window. Okay. Hold up. That's crazy. From my window I can see the window of the first floor hallway across the courtyard, you dig? And through that window I saw Albie walking into the treasure room. Should I have him add? Yes, add to testimony. Could you please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Anderstanden? You got it, brother. Through the window I did spy little Albie with my own eye. Okay. Don't trust it, but let's keep going.
Hold it!
Through the window, you say? Okay, I think we just went through this. I feel like that didn't happen. Okay, a view of the courtyard from your chamber. How nice that must be. I bet it's beautiful at this time of year. What with Chro-Meows, butterflies flitting about. You know, Pops, I often look out into the courtyard while playing my demolin'. Okay. So, one more.
Hold it!
How can you be so sure that nobody else was there? Well, man, you lawyers are as uptight as they say. Isn't it possible that someone else could have snuck past? The answer, my friend, is squeaky wooden floorboards, baby. They make such a racket, not even the quietest cat could sneak by me, you dig? Yes, that makes sense. And all of that just now was simply more of the attorney's unfounded suspicions, I see. That's the truth, baby. It's all that I sing. The truth is all, it's everything. Okay. Words of wisdom. Words of truth. Oh my gosh. Baby tooth for tooth phone booth. What? You don't even have to rhyme. You know that, right? Much thanks to Mr. Understandin'. Let's bring an end to defense grandstanding. Oh my gosh, everybody stop rhyming right now. You're not stopping me. Am I about to rhyme too? Please no. Until my client goes free. Yes, I did. Why? Wait a minute, why am I singing? My far out rhythm. I refuse to let him run this show. think I found the flow I've been looking for. Anderson was in his chamber on the second floor, but there was something that definitely should have been blocking his view. Okay. So after the morning... Okay, let's look at the court record and the crime scene. Details. So this was supposed to be... What should have been blocking his view? Not this. Not this. Okay. Alright. So, got the notion. Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room? Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear if anyone to the treasure room goes near. So window I did spy. Little alibi with my own eye. Oh, little Albie. Albi and Albie are really close together. Albie was the only one. Before the blackout, one other than Roll. E did stroll. Okay, so that's the end of that. So something was blocking his view. So anything that regards him seeing something. I can quite clearly hear it. Anyone to the to the window I did spy. Little Albie with my own eye. So what am I presenting? What keeps him from being able to spy something through the window? We're going to start with crime scene photo. And
Objection!
there's something odd about the witness's statement. And this, oh, nope, I was shooting in the dark. No. Okay. Alright, so that was not right. So next thing is, let's check it out. Cause of death, cerebral contusion. So maybe we look at the diagram. Because if he was in the chamber, there's a whole hallway, right? I feel like that's the evidence.
Objection!
No? No! Okay. We're going to give it a couple more tries, and then we're probably going to call it for the evening. Let's try one more time. Okay. Did I forget to save after he pressed? Okay, I feel like I did press and ask him to add something.
Hold it!
Okay, right on. Da, da, da. testimony.
Hold it!
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hold it!
Is that added? Okay, so we just did that one.
Hold it!
We did that one. Thought I asked him to add something.
Hold it!
So okay, so it's not the map though? Add the testimony. So the new statement is, through the window I did spy little Albie with my own eye. Okay. So he saw Albie. Why does that not seem right? Hold on, before we go there, I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay. So why does that not seem right? Through the window, I did spy Albie with my own eye. Treasure box in a stand and keeps... I don't know. Picture of the stage shows the rule on ground duty. Oh, wait. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Because he was there, right? Right before. I'll just present the photo, the second photo, and hope for the best. Present.
Objection!
Not it? Okay. Alright, so thank you guys for hanging out with me this evening. And we played a little Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier on, but we'll fix that in the coming stream. I'm going to put my raid message in the chat. In the meantime, let's find somebody to raid. Okay, let's see who is on. Where are the buttons? This is not the button. Where are the buttons? There is a screen that has buttons galore. There it is. Oh wait, it's not gonna show me the raid channels? I know I have people that are... I follow too many people for that not to be anybody on right now. Oh, Tark is on. Alright. Why don't we just raid Tark? That sounds like a capital idea. Let's do that. So, go back to Stream Manager, into the chat. Thank you for streaming. It was great being here again. Thank you for dropping by. I'm going to send you to channel friend Tark Conics. Oh my god. For a split second, I forgot how to raid people. As /raid, right? At Tarconics. Do I need to put that? I'm going to put that. And then if it goes wrong, I apologize. Alright, so /raid at Tarconics. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, until the next time I see you all. I hope you are in good spirits. You're well rested and eating good food in the company of people you enjoy. Alright. Did the raid happen? How do I know if it happened? I don't see the thing. Oh, it is happening. It's happening now.